Hello everybody, and just here, and welcome back to Shield Hero Season 2, Episode 2. Uh, a lot happened in the last episode. I would even risk saying that a bit too much. The last episode really could have benefited from being either double length or being split into two episodes, because holy shit, a lot happened. Uh, I understand why, right? They wanted to show us everything. They wanted to show us all of the characters that we came to know and love. They wanted to show us some interpersonal hooks, like the new party member only trying to use Naofumi to get back with Itsuki. They wanted to show us some fighting sequences. They wanted to re-establish that the heroes don't get well with each other. They wanted to establish a new hook with the spirit tortoise. They wanted to do a lot of things, and the episode felt very rushed because of that. Hopefully, now that we're done with it, we're done with establishing what's gonna happen in this season. Now we're gonna slow down a little bit, and they're gonna take their time to do things. Uh, I wanted to say properly, but I don't think that's fair to say. They're gonna do things better. They're gonna do things the way they were done in season one. Season one, at no point, to me at least, someone who's anime only, didn't feel rushed at any point, pretty much. So hopefully we're gonna go back to that. Um, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And now we're in the middle of an attack by some bats, and some character appeared asking now for me to kill her. And that's where we left off, and that's where we're gonna start from. And I have no clue what's going on, I have no clue what's going to happen. Why the fuck did they completely discard the concept of waves, and now there's some spirit tortoise? Eh, I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully, this episode is gonna give us some answers. Uh, if not this one, they may be the next one. But we have to keep in mind that this season is 12 episodes. And if I'm not mistaken, season 3 is also 12 episodes. Season 1 was 24 episodes, with a double length first episode. They had all the time they needed to go through the first arc, and then some. Will they have enough time to go through the Spirit Tortoise arc in 12 episodes? Hopefully. And hopefully they will manage to do it without rushing too much somehow. I'm hopeful, but I'm not particularly convinced that they will. You can certainly see some cuts have been made, like they're using some Korean studio to outsource their animation, at least a part of it. So we'll see. Hopefully, it's not gonna be a situation like Kemono Friends and Kemono Friends 2. It's gonna be still decent. Probably not on the level of the first season, but hopefully it's gonna be at least decent. Where Arifureta get only better with season 2, let's hope Shield Hero doesn't get much worse. But to make sure that it happens or it doesn't happen, we need to watch this episode. Today I'm using Irairo's version, and not Subspleece, because Subspleece hasn't released their version yet, and Irairo's has, so I downloaded Irairo's. I don't know, we might go back to Subspleece, we might go back to Irairo's, it depends how soon they release, it depends on the quality of the Irairo's subs, we'll see. So, sound subs. And let's roll, shall we? Episode 2 of Season 2 of Shield Hero, version by Irai Ross, is gonna be starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, right, another thing. Naofumi, of course, used his rage shield and Inferno Basto and whatnot. And the the tortoise is calling? Huh. Okay. uh, that was some great animation at the beginning, by the way. This mechanical thing. I'm watching Review Starlight uh, this season. You can check it out on my channel. You can subscribe to be notified of future releases. And the main character also has a henshin sequence that has a lot of mechanical stuff, and I fucking love it. I'm a sucker for that kind of thing. Hmm. Ah, I choked on my own spit. I was about to say that I hope Naofumi's Inferno Shield or Rage Shield or whatever you want to call it doesn't become just a regular weapon that he can use willy-nilly. That there's actually gonna be still some consequences of using it. And it's not just gonna be Inferno Shield down. And he's able to switch forms at will because that would cheapen the whole thing horribly. I'm drinking some oat milk latte, not tea, for a change. Really, I have a feeling that it can. And they're not gonna be able to do shit. Calling it now. Too bad there's only one here. Regular soldiers are useless, as we already established, so what plans can you make realistically? fuck is she doing here? Yeah. Okay, so is Eclair gonna become a character? Who even is she? Uh, she wasn't there in the first season, was she? The suicidal girl. Seven-star heroes, huh? Okay, so there are multiple groups of heroes. Interesting, okay. Interesting. Okay. Is she one of the seven-star heroes? A princess of some sort? Okay. Ost. So she's a princess, a queen, a regent. Okay. That's enough, I guess. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Destabilize the country? Ah, no. Gather souls to awaken the spirit tortoise? Does the spirit tortoise grow? Okay. Okay. So human sacrifice in exchange for stopping the waves? How is it any different than the waves then? It's either waves kill people or the tortoise kills people to stop the waves. So but right now it's acting out of schedule. Let me guess, one of the four cardinal heroes? Was it Motoyasu fucking around and accidentally breaking the seal? Wouldn't surprise me. Ah, yeah. That's probably what she meant. So if you do destroy the spirit tortoise, you will no longer have a contingency plan. Hmm. The book hero kind of dude that we've seen in the opening? She doesn't know much more. Head is the weak point. Duh. Chill the fuck down, my dude. Do you? Or is you knowing how to defeat it is just cut off its head? Just split the responsibilities? Someone takes care of siege weapons, someone takes care of troops. Naofumi is just gonna fuck off and kill the tortoise himself at this point. Yep, your territory can get fucked. I'm gonna save mine. That's the Naofumi we know and love. Book dude? Book dude. Again, who the fuck are you? Another party member? Is she gonna become a party member? Not gonna lie, that'd be kinda cool. Having another inhuman in the party. Ivy Red. El Rasla. Eclair. Okay, so she's just a nobody that appeared between seasons, essentially. Gotcha. Just someone introduced off screen so that we get another waifu. She's she really is a cinnamon bun, isn't she? She really is a cinnamon bun. He probably has like 100 cold resistance, so if they stop bickering, if they don't, then fuck them. Seems to me they just want the clout. They don't care much about defending the people, they care about taking the clout for doing it. I mean, that's easy to say. Let's let's figure out the best plan that will surely succeed. But actually figuring out that plan isn't that easy. Okay, Dragon Riders, siege equipment. You better have fucking catapults. They stand no chance. Should have brought trebuchets. Okay, let's go boom. With a big ass sword. That's actually not a bad idea. If she can devour the head, that's as good as cutting it off, right? You just stand around and look pretty. Just fuck off to a library. Okay, ballistae, catapults, books, zoop. Elhart, that's the blacksmith. So Raphtalia got a sword, Philo got a new claw, and green hair got a Philo Kigurumi. Huh. Oh yes, I'm dying to hear your love advice, please. Of course. Okay. Ah yes, pure cinnamon buns. Is on the move. And credits, credits. Hmm. I wonder how much exactly they're speeding it up. If you're familiar with the source material, do let me know how much they cut out, how much they're speeding it up. Because from what I heard, the Spirit Tortoise fight alone took like a volume of the light novel. A whole volume was just the fight with the Spirit Tortoise. So they're probably gonna cut out a lot, if what I heard is true. Gotta say one thing though. This episode felt better than the first one. For sure. And I think I know why. I think I know why this one felt better than the first one. All in all, there isn't that much fighting in Shield Hero. There's a lot of travel, there is a lot of talking, there is a lot of world building. All things considered, there isn't a lot of fighting. Even in season one, it was very common to have like 2 or 3 episodes in a row where not a single fight has happened. Episode one was just fight after fight after fight after fight. That's why it didn't feel right. In this episode, we didn't have any fighting whatsoever. Just some politics, just some interpersonal stuff, some world building. That's why it felt better. I think I broke the code. Okay, let's go through it again, and let's see what else we can spot. What? Stop. Stop right there, criminal scum. Uh, I hope Naofumi going sicko mode and then being able to just will himself out of this sicko mode is anime original. Is something they did in episode 1 uh, purely because they wanted to have everything in a kitchen sink in episode 1. So they also wanted to have Raid Shield to show, hey, remember Raid Shield? Remember how cool it was? Well, he still has the Raid Shield and it's still kind of cool. Because, I mean, it's been very well established that he can't just stop using the rage shield, he has to have some external stimulus to stop using it, like Raphtalia. But now he just went sticker mode and just disabled it at will, and he's not much worse for the wear. Kinda reminds me of Suicide Songs in Symphogear. How, important and big they were in season 1, and then in season 2 they can just kinda use them willy-nilly without much issue, and it kinda cheapens them. I hope there is some, added bad side to using them this much, so that every fight doesn't just end with them singing Suicide Song. The same, I hope, is the case in Shield Hero, that his Rage Shield doesn't just become a default. That's not just, oh, monsters attack, Rage Shield, Inferno Besto, and the battle is done, Because if that's what he's gonna do, then it cheapens every single fight, because he can just Inferno Burst everybody. And if he can use Rage Shield without any repercussions and complete it at will, but he doesn't, then why the fuck does he not use it at will? That's kind of the risk. I think I talked about it during Arifreta Season 2, that it's one of the risks of having a Deus Ex Machina mechanic established, where the main character can call down some ultimate power and use it to instantly end the battle and suffer absolutely no consequences for it. Because from that point on, if they're not using it to end every single battle, why the fuck aren't they? And if they are using it every single battle, then every single battle just ends and there is absolutely zero tension. So it's once you introduce something like that, and once you remove any negatives from it, any sort of tension disappears, or the main character or the character who can use it just looks like a complete dumbass for not using it without a reason, for not using it for no reason at all, because there's no repercussions for it. I hope they don't go this route, but don't lie to me. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm kind of tired actually, but is he though? Please kill me. What she meant is kill my master, really. OP, 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 OP. The council. And of course, they can't come to a consensus. No, I will kill the tortoise with my troops. No, we will kill the tortoise with our siege weapons. No, we will kill the tortoise with our mages. No, we will kill the tortoise with our bombs. And they just can't communicate with each other. They only care about the cloud. Risha, old lady, and what's her name? Electra? Some Eclair. Yeah, her name is Eclair. Yeah, seven what heroes? 7-star heroes. Weaker than the 4 Cardinal Heroes, but heroes nonetheless, and they can use the special weapons. Could the book hero, the dude with glasses and long hair, be one of them? Possibly. I have a feeling he might be, and I have a feeling that unsealing the spirit tortoise might be some misguided attempt at getting rid of the waves. Kinda, sorta, maybe. Yeah, here's her. The consort regent, but she's a familiar of the spirit tortoise. And we hear the whole story about the souls. That's something... I'm not sure how much I like it. Perhaps it was more fleshed out in the light novel or in the manga, but here it seems to me like they're just swapping one kind of calamity for another, because it's either the waves ravage the lands, or it's the tortoise awakens, stops the waves, but then the tortoise and its familiars ravage the lands. So the lands are ravaged one way or another. I guess maybe the waves are worse in some way, that it's preferable to sacrifice souls to the spirit tortoise, or maybe it's a contingency plan. If there comes a wave that the heroes can barely survive, they can awaken the tortoise, and that's gonna give them time to develop, to level up, to heal their wounds, and then they can kill the spirit tortoise, and once they kill it, that's a sign they're ready for what is to come when it comes to waves. I think that might be the idea. I'm not sure though. Please destroy my creator. I hope she doesn't perish with the spirit tortoise. I hope she becomes a permanent member of the party. I play the role of an evil consort. She really is a cinnamon bun. Too pure for this world. Yeah, it's going to populated areas. Yeah, we know that. The weak point is the head. Yeah, we know that. Do you have anything else to offer in your unending wisdom? Probably not. Does she even have any useful powers? We are yet to see them. And yeah, this is the correct approach. You either get your shit together or I'm going home and you can do shit without me. I'm gonna defend my own territory, yours gonna get fucked for all I care. Unless you get your shit together and we go defeat the tortoise. Yeah, I'm assuming the book hero in front of some weird ass crystal. I'm assuming this crystal was used to awaken the tortoise. I don't know. Yeah, how can we defeat something this big? Eclair volunteered to train the demi-humans. Kind of a bummer that she was introduced off screen in a flashback. I hope she at least got a proper introduction in the source material, because just her just showing up in the first episode and then becoming relevant in the second episode, and we as being introduced to her only after all of that and in a flashback. It's not great, is it? It's not great. Please, now, Naofumi-sama, help them. And suddenly a whole less army is amassed, and they are marching against the spirit tortoise. Are those CG people in the background? I can't tell. Huh. I think they might be, but they are at least randomized a little bit, so not everybody has the same face. The layer of soldiers behind Naofumi and the rest are actually drawn, are actually 2D, and it's only the crowd that's blurred to hell that's CG. That's good. That's genuinely good. That's the proper use of CG. Something that's not the focus, something that's completely in the background, partially obscured, blurred because of depth of field and whatnot. Dragon Riders as a decoy. Siege weaponry to pin it down. Mages, bombs. And yeah, how do we cut off its head? May find a way. Just slowly chip at it. I guess that's the only solution. Unless Raphtalia uses her brand new sword that just so happens to have the ability to extend to cut off its head in a single slice. Wouldn't surprise me. Or maybe some magic. Maybe her, like, spirit sword can be imbued with the power of everybody and create a long ass huge blade that will cleave the heavens. That's also a possibility. Usauni's sword. Yeah, I can't read its stats. Some dog gauntlets, Inult Claw, and Philo-Kigurumi. I guess Risha is just gonna fight in Kigurumis. Is that gonna be her weapon of choice? Raphtalia has swords, Philo has claws, Risha has Kigurumis. You're journeying with the shield hero for the sake of the bow hero. When you say it like that, it makes me sound like an awful person. Yes, it does! And maybe it should give you something to think about. That's what I've been saying in episode 1. She's traveling with the shield hero only for the sake of bow hero. She wants Naofumi to train her so that she can be stronger for the bow hero. She wants to be stronger so that bow hero takes her back in. It does make her sound like an awful person. It absolutely does. And the tortoise is on the move, I guess. Shaking Land, episode 3. This episode was certainly much better than the first one, as I already mentioned. And that's because they didn't try to squeeze in as many things as possible into it. They did it with the first episode, now they're more or less pacing themselves. Better or worse, but they are at least pacing themselves somewhat. I have absolutely no doubt that a lot has been cut off. Compared to source material, a lot has been sped up. But all in all, for someone who's anime only, the pacing of this episode didn't seem that off. A little bit, right? At the end, Naofumi just managing to unite all the armies under himself and just leading them to battle without anything preceding that. That was kind of off. We weren't even shown a meeting where Naofumi says, "You know what? I'm gonna lead you," and everybody agreeing or anything like that. Nothing like that happened. So that, but I think that's like the only thing that felt off about this episode. I'm not counting Eclair not being introduced earlier because, let's be honest, she should have been introduced in episode 1, so I'm not counting it as a fault of episode 2. Besides that, overall just a solid episode. But it does make me wonder, how long will it take us to destroy the Spirit Tortoise? Is it actually gonna take an entire season? I doubt it. We were shown the Scythe Hero and the Gem Hero in the opening, so I'm assuming they're gonna go for like an arc and a half for this season, or maybe 2 arcs. They're gonna be done with the Spirit Tortoise by episode 6, and episodes 7 to 12 is gonna be another arc. If you're familiar with the source material, as long as you keep spoilers out of it, I would be curious to hear what changes were made. You know, some additional context behind all of that, because I have no doubt that there is a lot of context missing here. And also, how long was the Spirit Tortoise arc? Do you think, as a source material consumer, that they will manage to cover it all in a satisfying manner on over the course of a single season, perhaps less? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep watching it as an anime only. I'm not gonna try to look at it through the prism of through lens of source material, because I'm not familiar with the source material first of all. Second of all, I like to judge anime on its own merit, not on the merit of the source material. So that's another factor here. Is there anything else that warrants mention? Uh, I don't think so, no. The pacing was better than in episode 1. The art, the animation was, I think, also a little better. The use of CG for sure. The fact that we haven't seen any battle, any combat in this episode is certainly a big plus, because Shield Hero is ultimately a series about interpersonal relations and the world and politics and whatnot, not so much about combat. And this episode really shows that, really exemplifies that. I think that's it. I don't think I have anything more to say, but maybe you do. And if you do have something to say, tell me in the comments. What did you think of this episode? What did you think of my reaction? What do you think of my theories? And is there anything missing that's been there in the source material but hasn't been shown in the anime? But is not a spoiler. Please, please, please keep the spoilers out of the comments. I want to experience it blind as an anime only. If you do want to talk about spoilers, join my Discord server. There is a Shield Hero channel there where you can spoiler tags to talk about spoilers. Or you can just not use spoiler tags and just talk openly about things that aren't spoilers, things that were shown up to episode 2. And I'm gonna talk about it with you because I frequent that server very, very often. Subscribe to the channel if you want to be notified of future releases. Not only Shield Hero, but also Review Starlight, Symphogear G, Skeleton Knight in Another World, Showcase Shoujo on a Virgin Road, and Spy X Family. Those are the shows I'm watching this season, so if you're interested in any of them, there's gonna be some cards in the corner. You can go to my channel to find them, and you can subscribe to be notified. Like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, but tell me why so I can improve. If you want to support me monetarily, you can do so on Patreon. For just $1 a month, you get access to a role on my Patreon server. That gives you an orange name and access to a Patreon-only channel where I sometimes post some sneak peeks and stuff like that. So it's worth joining for some extra content. And for $10, you get early access to non-seasonal shows, so Symphogear G and Review Starlight. Review Starlight episode 2 and Symphogear G episode 3 are already up on Patreon, so if you want to check them out, that's how you can do that. Share this video with people who you know would enjoy it, because the more you spread the word about my videos, the more YouTube itself promotes them, and I can see some organic growth on my channel, and it's always very, very nice to see. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it. I don't have anything more to say. I don't have anything more to shill. So that's gonna be it from me for today. So as always, do all the good stuff. And I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Cheers. And this is yet another benefit of being a Patreon. You get your own place in the credits, no matter the tier of your subscription.